Harry Maguire must back up misleading Manchester United record this week. Harry Maguire put in a brilliant performance as Man Utd held on to defeat Sheffield United in the Premier League on Saturday night. The full-time whistle reverberated around Bramall Lane, and the name, Harry Maguire, could be heard echoing around the stadium. It's been nearly a decade since the Sheffield lad was welcomed so warmly at his former stomping ground. Maguire was always going to be given a warm reception by match-going fans of either club at the start of the match, though there were far fewer guarantees of his name being sung by the end of it. It is a credit to the 30-year-old that he was the story for all the right reasons on Saturday night, with another great performance under his belt after it looked like he had run out of chances for good. As the former United captain applauded the away end who sang his name at full-time, a graphic flashed up on the television screens that told the story of Maguire's recent redemption, but not in full context. In all competitions since October 2022, United have achieved a 94% win ratio with Maguire and just a 54% win ratio without him. They have lost just one match with him on the side and only conceded an average of 0.7 goals per game as well. To paraphrase Rafa Benitez, those are facts. But without a wider context, they are also misleading. Maguire shone on Saturday night, as he has done in many of those matches, against opponents who were well suited to his own style of play. The England international was able to embrace the physical side of his game against a team that plays plenty of high balls and has little threat of forwards running in behind him. It was a game that played to his strengths rather than his weaknesses. Yes, he also caught the eye with his passing play and ability to break the lines, but that is something he was given the time and space to do against the Premier League's worst side, not a luxury he will always have. Harry is playing like we want him to play, Erik ten Hag said of his former captain. Very proactive, out of possession, dominating his opponent, stepping in when necessary, reading the game, good recovery but also in possession, very proactive, stepping in, good passing, vertical passing, good switches. I'm happy with his performance. It always felt like the captain's armband was too heavy for the proud Yorkshireman, and now that he can focus solely on his performances, perhaps it is no surprise that those levels have improved. Yet again, though, you have to look at the opposition. Maguire is well aware of his flattering win percentage in the team, but it neglects the fact most of those have been in matches United were huge favourites to win, often at home in cup competitions. He has not played a second in the Champions League so far this season, and his only 3 starts this season have come in 5 of the last 5 matches when there have been injury problems to contend with. 6 of those 16 starts over the last year have come in home domestic cup matches, and Maguire only played 13 minutes of football across their meetings with Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham and Newcastle last season. When the pressure was on, he wasn't on the pitch. With their injury concerns still afoot, Maguire's place in the squad will be certain over the coming week, but that does not mean his place in the starting lineup will be. United must beat Copenhagen on Tuesday night as they look to salvage their dismal European campaign, and they face a much tougher test against Man City next weekend. The pressure will be ramped up in the coming days, and Maguire will have to show how good he really is when it matters most.